Welcome, dear listeners, to Stars and Stories. Today, we're diving into a topic that's reshaping the way we live, work, and connect. The rise of remote work. What started as a necessity during the pandemic has now become a cultural and economic revolution, transforming the American workforce and redefining the concept of the office. From bustling cities to quiet suburbs, remote work is changing the fabric of our society. So, let's explore how this shift is impacting America and what it means for the future. Remote work isn't a new concept, but the pandemic accelerated its adoption on an unprecedented scale. In 2020, millions of Americans traded their office desks for kitchen tables, and Zoom became the new boardroom. What began as a temporary solution quickly revealed its potential. Increased flexibility, better work-life balance, and the ability to work from anywhere. Today, remote work is no longer just a trend, it's a movement. According to recent studies, over 40% of the US workforce now works remotely, at least part-time. Companies like Twitter, Shopify, and Slack have embraced permanent remote work policies, while others are adopting hybrid models. But this shift isn't just about convenience, it's reshaping the way we think about work itself. One of the most visible effects of remote work is the transformation of America's urban and suburban landscapes. For decades, cities like New York, San Francisco, and Chicago were the epicenters of opportunity, drawing workers with their skyscrapers and bustling streets. But as remote work took hold, many people began to ask, why pay sky-high rents when you can work from anywhere? This led to a mass exodus from cities to suburbs and smaller towns. Places like Austin, Nashville, and Boise saw a surge in new residents, drawn by affordable housing, open spaces, and a slower pace of life. Meanwhile, cities faced challenges as office buildings sat empty and local businesses struggled to adapt. But this shift also brought new opportunities. Smaller towns are experiencing a renaissance, with remote workers bringing their skills and spending power to communities that were once overlooked. The American dream is no longer tied to a specific zip code. It's wherever you can log in and thrive. Remote work isn't just changing where we work, it's changing how we work. For many, the traditional 9-to-5 grind has been replaced by flexible schedules and results-driven productivity. Employees are no longer judged by how many hours they spend at their desk, but by the quality of their work. This shift has been a game-changer for working parents, caregivers, and those with disabilities, who now have more opportunities to balance their personal and professional lives. It's also opened doors for people in rural areas who no longer need to relocate to find meaningful work. But remote work isn't without its challenges. Isolation, burnout, and the blurring of work-life boundaries are real concerns. Companies are now grappling with how to keep their teams connected and engaged in a virtual world. From virtual happy hours to wellness programs, the workplace is evolving to meet these new needs. So, what does the future hold for remote work? Experts predict that hybrid models combining remote and in-office work will become the norm. Offices will transform into collaborative spaces designed for teamwork and creativity rather than daily desk work. Technology will continue to play a key role, with advancements in virtual reality, AI, and communication tools making remote work even more seamless. Imagine attending a meeting in a virtual boardroom or collaborating with colleagues across the globe as if they were in the same room. But the rise of remote work also raises important questions. How do we ensure equity and access for all workers? How do we maintain company culture in a virtual world? And what happens to industries that rely on in-person work, like hospitality and retail? One thing is clear. Remote work is here to stay, and it's up to us to shape its future in a way that benefits everyone. The rise of remote work is more than just a shift in where we work. It's a reimagining of what work can be. It's about flexibility, freedom, and the power to design a life that works for you. As we navigate this new landscape, one thing is certain. The American workforce will never be the same. Thank you for joining me today on Stars and Stories. If you've experienced the benefits or challenges of remote work, share your story in the comments below. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep adapting, and keep thriving, wherever you are. Goodbye for now.